Hey guys, this is Mark Shawson, the Pattern Trader. For the last couple of weeks, actually, if you're a dollar trader for the last couple of months, it's been hard to know what to do. The dollar has been in a gridlock, range-bound, sideways trading market against most major currencies. And to my mind, the best way to handle these kind of market conditions is to look at the long view. And to that end, I'm looking at the Australian dollar. I'm sorry to say for my Aussie friends, and actually I've had a lot of great comments out of Australia recently, so I'm sorry to say to my fans there that your currency looks like it's getting ready to, get weakened substantially. So if you're looking to, start traveling abroad, now's the time to do it because I think it's just going to get more expensive over time. Looking at the weekly, the monthly, and the daily time frames for the Australian dollar, certainly against the US dollar, and I cannot see this pair going anywhere but lower on those time frames. So it's been sitting, fairly quiet at the 70.5 cent area. I got short at 70.60 2 weeks ago, and we're still kind of hanging around at the same area. In fact, this week we have what's called an inside week bar, where the high of this week and the low of this week, that bar sits within the range, the high and low of last week. So we have what's called an inside bar, and is certainly on the weekly range. So to me, this represents a coiling, a suppression of energy. And based on the preceding price patterns, I can't see the Australian versus US dollar going anywhere but lower over time. But that being said, we're in a pretty sideways condition, and it could be lackluster for a while. But if you're patient, you should see a payoff being short Australian versus US dollar. So I think you could get at least 5 to 1 and even 10 to 1 over the next 6 months if you stay short Australian versus US. I think, again, the Australian looks like it's weak against most other currencies, and especially versus the British pound. Now, we've had a lot of turbulence, a lot of volatility in all British pound trading pairs because of the noise of Brexit. But by and large, the pound versus most currencies, certainly against the Australian, is drifting higher. In fact, we established a new multi-year high in pound versus Australian dollar, and I do anticipate this trend continuing. So for those who have a bit more of a risk appetite, being long pound versus Australian dollar, I think will also pay off over the long run. So again, broadly, I see the Australian dollar is going to weaken against most currencies, certainly against the US dollar and the British pound. So those of you who are willing to hang in there, take a little lower lot size and have a longer time frame, I do think that you will have a payoff. It could take a couple months. It could take a couple of weeks, who knows? But I think if you hang in there, you're going to be happy you did. So I wish you guys a healthy and prosperous trading day, and I'll speak to you next time.